What's up, everybody? Let's take a look at the Pages app on our MacBook. First thing we're going to do is open up Pages. If you don't have it down here in your dock, you can go to your Finder. Or let's use a shortcut. I'm going to hold Command and press Space, and that lets me search on my MacBook for apps and documents. So I'm going to type in Pages. There it is. Let's open it up. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is create a new document. Now you might be asking yourself, why would I use Pages instead of Google Docs or Microsoft Word? And to me, Pages has a lot more features that would just be really difficult to do in Google Docs or Microsoft Word. It's got more formatting. It's definitely more intuitive to use, especially on the student end. You can customize your own templates, which I would not even dream of doing on Google Docs. That would be a huge pain. And it has lots of cool features that I'm going to show you in this video too. So first, let's just jump into the basics of Pages. Now, I've got some recents here. You probably will not have that if you've not used Pages before. I've just been messing around with a couple different ones. But you will see this basic here. And the first two that we see are blank and blank layout. Now, we're going to look at the differences between these two. So I'm going to double click on blank, or I can click on it and select create here. Let's just double tap on that. And this is pulled up basically just a blank word processing page. So it looks very similar to Google Docs or Microsoft Word. So I can type in here, and I've got all of my editing features right over here. This is like the toolbar that's on Google Docs or Microsoft Word. But to me, Pages just looks a lot cleaner. And it's laid out the same way as Keynote and Numbers and all of the other Apple apps. So if I'm wanting to edit this sentence, I know that I've got to go to my paintbrush. That's kind of the thing with Apple. They've streamlined it all to look very similar. So, and here I've got all my tools of centering and bold and fonts and all that type of stuff. So that's very basic. You would be able to figure that out pretty easily. So I'm going to go ahead and close this without saving it. And I know I've still got Pages open because I've got it up here in the top corner, and I've got the little dot underneath the application here. So I can just go to File, New, and let's take a look at this blank layout now. Blank layout is different from blank because it is literally blank. There's nothing on it. I can't even, if I start typing, nothing happens. And that's because I don't have a text box. So this is 100% blank template. So I can edit it in any way that I want to. I can go up to media. I can add photos, videos. I can put music in here. Of course, we can add shapes. And, you know, this is the same as in Keynote and Freeform and all that. I've got those same shapes. I can add a text box, charts, tables, all of that. We're going to be using this blank layout in our applications video whenever we make a template. So we'll take a closer look at that soon too. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. Now I'm going to show you some templates inside of here. So I'm going to click File, New again. And the templates that's provided with Pages is fantastic. There's a lot more templates here than in Google Docs. So, you know, if I'm from the teacher end, if I'm looking at reports or if I'm making a presentation on something, I would definitely use some of these templates. They're very handy. For students, I think they would really like these books templates. There's a lot of cool things that they can do in here. So I'm going to choose this edgy novel, and you know, it kind of looks spooky. And what's cool about these templates is it looks like a real book, and it kind of guides me through that. So I like the way that looks. And you know, if I'm doing some creative writing, maybe I want to write my own story. So I can double click in here and I can change all of this for my own story, and I can put my name down here too. There we go. So now it looks, you know, it looks like a real book, and it's even got this. I can edit all that type of stuff. And I think kids would really like this if they're making a project, or even if they're making like a brochure or you know, some sort of informational project. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And what's cool about these templates is they can export these. I'm going to click Export To, and I'm going to export it as an EPUB. And the reason I might want to do that, let's just call that Spooky Night. There we go. The reason I might want to do that is because once it's an EPUB, whenever I open it, oops, let me minimize that. Here's our Spooky Night. Whenever I open it, it's going to open it in the Books app. And that's cool because now it looks like I'm looking at an actual book. So it looks very official. And, if I was a student writing a fun, creative story, I would really like it to look like a real book that I could share to people. So it's just a really fun way for students to use it. Now, let me show you some cool features that Pages has that is easier to use with Pages than it would be with Google Docs or Microsoft Word. So I'm going to go back to Pages, New Document, and I'm just going to select blank for right now. Now I've got some text that I've already written. I've got it copied. I'm going to paste it in here. So let's say I'm working on a worksheet. I can edit this very easily. So let's say I want this to look a little bit more official. I'm going to click in this first word, and I can select drop cap over here, and it drops that first letter down so that now it looks a little more like a book. And I can change all the different features about this. I could even have that first word be dropped down. And there's different styles of drop cap that I might like. Or maybe I don't like any of those styles. I can go to options and I can make my own drop cap. Now, Pages works with Apple's new AI tools. And it will also work with ChatGPT, which is very handy for the teachers. This is only going to work on the MacBooks, not the iPad Pro, and not the student devices. So this would strictly be for teachers. But one thing I could do is utilize these writing tools up here. I'm going to highlight that. And I can either do a two-finger click and select writing tools, or I could click up here for writing tools. And I can rewrite parts of this using AI. So I could change the tone of it to be more friendly, professional, concise. This would be very effective if you're writing instructions. You might want to go in here and select concise so that your instructions are very easy for students to understand. And because I have enabled ChatGPT on here, I can use this Compose feature. To enable ChatGPT, all you have to do is click on Compose. And if you've not done it yet, it will bring up a little box that says, do you want to enable ChatGPT? You click yes, and now we're ready to go. So here's what I can do with it. I can rewrite this line so that readers know it is a song. And let's have it include some music emojis. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to replace that. Oh, it's even got a little cup of coffee there. Nice. So, I did that very easily. I didn't have to go and find little images and drag them in here and stuff. I just let AI do it for me. Now, what else is cool is I can have it totally rewrite something. I'm going to go to Writing Tools again, and let's rewrite this. Make this sound more spooky and mysterious. And there we go. So now it's totally rewritten that. And if I like the way that sounds, I can just click Replace. So I've let it do all of that for me. And, it's a very handy tool. I can make it more concise, so it's going to shrink all that down. There we go. So, I didn't have to do anything there. I just wrote that first initial line, and then I had AI kind of edit it for me, which is really nice from a teacher standpoint. Now, there's some other things that we can do with Apple's AI. I can go up here to Media, and I can use Image Playground. I'm going to click Image Playground, and this is Apple's AI image generator. So all I have to do is, let's pull up a coffee cup with steaming coffee inside. And it's going to generate that image for me, and I can put it directly into this document. So I can look through several that I like. Oh, let's go with that one. That one looks good. And it's going to put it in here, and now I can resize this, and I can move it around my page. If you've ever tried to move an image on Google Docs, it's really a pain, but on Pages, it's very easy. So I'm going to put it right there. And maybe I say, I don't like that background. I just want this coffee cup. I can go over here to Image. I'm in my Format options. I can go to Image, and I can have it instantly remove that background for me. So now I've just got my coffee cup. I could place it anywhere in here. Now, there's a lot of great applications for Pages in the classroom. Tons of them. I think you're really going to like that part of this. This is basically just a word processing tool that works so much easier than Google Docs and Microsoft Word to me. And those AI tools really, really help. So stick around for the applications videos. I think you're going to be impressed with what Pages can do.